Alright, hey there Prox Gaming Crew, and this is Proxify here. We're back for another Let's Play of Echoes of Wisdom. If you did miss out during the last one, well, we got some more echofications, and I believe also during the last video we got to try out the very first time of using our set amiibos within this game. Now, over time, throughout the next other couple of episodes, I will be using the set amiibo functionality just so that I can at least pick up with the blue or the red outfit for Zelda. It is going to be taking a little bit of some time, so just bear in mind that we may possibly not be able to get it right away, because it just works just like how this said Tears of the Kingdom is. If you want to try and get any of those special type armors for Link, it is going to be taking quite a bit of days until it actually does happen. If you are lucky enough, you could probably run into it like right away, but unfortunately for me, I'm not really all that too lucky to do anything like that here. But welcome to the very first of the many rift distortion parts in the game. This is still Suthorn Forest, and it seems like during when our adventure was happening around here within this forest, all that different rifts and other things have been swallowing up most of the different said platform areas that are here. So now we get to actually go and use those said platforms within our time to at least kind of guide us throughout this said little mini dungeon that is going to be searching around. And just be on the lookout for any more other type of echofications, because there is going to be some said enemies that will be helping out along within our time. I believe we will be picking up with like a spider echo. We will be picking up with a said type of dark nut echo as well, which that would be really nice. It's going to be a little bit much better than having a moblin, if I have to say so myself. And mind you, we are going to be coming across with a set type of boss within here, and you guys may probably know who this type of boss is going to potentially be, but I'm not going to go and really spoil anything else, because I want to go and show you guys how cool after once this said boss battle is going to be for what type of specialized transformation that we're going to be getting out here with Zelda. And now, mind you, I know that throughout our time so far, using this wand hasn't really been the best type of benefit of really anything at this point in time right now, because we can't really go and do any type of attacking with other enemies unless if we go and decide to use this wand as for like an enemy type of tag-along partner, or if we have to go and use a set type of rock to at least go and do some damage. But at some point, all that is going to really go out of our way to change, and we'll have a little bit of a much better type of way to at least somewhat knock out these enemies a little bit better. So before we actually go and start heading any further throughout here, there is going to be some set other type of hidden chests that we can go and try and pick up, and it seems like unfortunately we got two of our different, well, at least one of our moblins out here unfortunately is not going to be doing the job to actually go and knock out with this guy right away, so we're going to have to at least set up for like a rock or something here, because every time that we keep on using our said moblin here, it keeps on stalling out on his arrows there, which that's not going to really do anything, and then we just got right on top of his head. That's not going to really help out either. Alright, so let's just go and throw down that rock. Hopefully we don't get ourselves completely destroyed out here, because I would not want to have a first game over in Echoes of Wisdom. It seems like this game is relatively easy, so we shouldn't really be running into a game over at this point. Now, mind you, I could be wrong, and we could be getting into a game over later on down the road, because knowing Zelda games, like, throughout, like, halfway throughout throughout any type of Zelda game, it will get more difficult as time goes on. And yeah, and as we are traveling throughout this said rift, we're going to be seeing other different type of NPCs that happen throughout the real world actually get swallowed up here. And unfortunately, they're like in this type of stuck position where they can't really go and do anything. So unless if we go and actually at least somewhat try to, I guess, somewhat clear out this type of rift here, if we can actually go and defeat off with the boss, we should at least be able to hopefully rescue out with the people that are stuck. Now, just be careful that while heading throughout this rift, you will be encountering out with some sort of weird type of like purplized type of bubbles, and you don't really want to go and get yourself hit by any of those. Now, mind you, they're not going to like turn you to stone, I don't believe, since we do have actual thing known as a plot armor device, which we don't want that to happen to Zelda there, where if we do get ourselves struck by any type of purple type of goop, but that's not going to happen because we're basically immune to that. But anyways, we're going to get ourselves into our very first next other type of optional tool that's going to be here, and that is going to be with using of Try. Now, Try is going to be able to move different obstacles around, so that if there is much more bigger obstacles that we can't really go and do, Try will be able to at least somewhat try for what this rock is going to be all about here. And we will be seeing this as time goes on as well. Now there will be like one type of little puzzle which could be a little bit difficult to go and do, but it really shouldn't be all that too bad though. But I'll tell you guys about it when it does happen here. So let's just go and cross on through the next doorway here and open up with the next switch. And yep, so now we got ourselves with another set type of rock around within here. And now that kind of takes us right into a little bit of a little hideaway. Unfortunately, we can't really do anything else here at the moment. We could actually go and potentially come back to this later, because now I'm kind of thinking that since I went and picked up with that set type of spider ability, there could have been probably another type of chest around over here that I could have probably went and come back around with there. That's kind of annoying, because then I could have probably at least maybe found like a heart piece or something. Well, I'm pretty certain that like when we get out of this rift, I'm pretty certain that like I don't think this rift will like disappear anytime soon, right? So, but if we do have to at least maybe come back to this, if there is like a situation where like this rift actually will disappear, I may want to see what exactly that other said little hideaway is back over at where that rock was when we went to open up with that hideaway. But yeah, so there's the dungeon map for what we do need. So now what we're going to have to do is actually grab our little spider friend and hopefully try to throw him all the way over directly to here. So now we actually have two different type of said things to go across. Just watch out for the enemy spider though, because he will try to eat you up if you try to be a part of his webbing there. Alright, so now since we have the spider again, this time around we are going to have to go and use our spider buddy to at least somewhat climb all the way up here to the next type of ledge. So there we go, and just like that we should be able to jump across here. Yeah, I think we're going to have to switch around him again. There we go, and just like that we got that all taken care of. Now let's go and keep on moving forth. Okay. So it looks like we're getting into the halfway margin, I think, so far within this little Rift mini dungeon here. And there is going to be an elevator that we will have to go and take a ride all the way up. So let's go and do that here. And I'm pretty certain that once we go and start raising all the way up here into this set escalator, we will be meeting up with our very first actual set battle within a dark nut. And that is how we'll be able to get that set type of rift at some, well not rift, but that type of echoification at some point for that. Alright, so here we go and let the battle commence. So we are going to have to bring in a moblin for this one just so that we can at least leave him a little bit distracted. And then we could go for our own type of moves and just be able to just throw in some rocks at him. And hopefully try to at least knock him out here pretty fast. Okay, or we could just completely miss. That can also work too. Yeah, sometimes my rock throwing skills are not as great. But keep on throwing at him. He should be able to get knocked out there. And there we go. And there we are, learning the Dark Nut Echo. Okay, so let's go and move on out of here now. And I believe we are going to have to use a trampoline echo to at least jump ahead on over to the left-hand side. I don't believe we will be able to go and head over directly over here to the right-hand side, since that area has been eaten up by the rift. So, not going to really go and worry about that for right now. So let's just grab out with the trampoline echo here and jump up and reach up to the next doorway. Now this is where you are going to have to use your meat echo that you actually do have. And now unfortunately, since we don't really have like a torch or anything to at least somewhat kind of light up the different type of other said parts that are going to be around over here, we will have to just use the meat instead. But we will be getting ourselves burned as time goes on, but there is a way where you can actually take off the burn, and that's just by spinning around. Alright, so let's just go and get that meat echo here first. We've already done this before the last time that we went and had to grab out with that P-hat echo the last time, but now we're actually going to have to use this within an actual said puzzle here. Yeah, I know it's going to hurt us as our Zelda, but not to worry. We have a lot of healing items, so we're going to be lasting for quite a while. Okay, so now what we're going to have to do is actually put a bed right here, and now we're just going to basically take off the said bed and then remove this boulder and push it all the way down to the bottom. Alright, So now we're just gonna have to smash all of these type of crates that are here, and just like from before when we went and first right on into this place, we're just gonna have to just throw our meat echo to that said torch, and then be able to continue onwards throughout the said door that's gonna be here. Yeah, unfortunately, that rock echo is not gonna be being able to get used right away, so we are gonna have to just use up a second one here, and let's just try to remove it. There we go. That should work out there better. And let's throw it here. Give that to me. Oh yeah. Go on there. Super fiery there. But however, the door is now open. Let's go up to that other said type of ladder here. Yeah, we got ourselves with a lot of these type of electro apples. So let's just go and use them as best as we can now. Okay, here we go. Now we finally made it to the actual said, somewhat of the boss door. I know that it doesn't really have like a boss key or anything that's going to be around, but we will be fighting with the boss that is going to be in this way. And let's just go and use Try. Because since Try actually does have the type of movement ability, we're going to go and move that said shield that's going to be out of the way. Because out of all these different statues, the one type of dark nut that's here has that said shield, which, yeah, we should probably go and pull that off. There we go. And just be prepared for when you go and head on inside. So first of all, we're just going to have to at least somewhat, just at least battle out with all these other different dark nuts for right now. And after a little bit of some time here, we'll let the mob one go and take care of that. And let's just head all the way up into the next part of the said area. It's going to be a little bit of a long way to the top, but however, we have met with the boss of Link. Yes, so Link is actually going to be here, and if you remember from before, he did get eaten up by the rift, so he's going to be in a whole other different type of possession than what his normal type of character was. So he's in some sort of like type of state where he is just like going to be attacking us all the way through. So for what I'm going to do is that we are just going to let our enemy go and fight through Link, and we're just going to be tossing rocks over at Link, and that's how exactly we're going to have to do this rinse and repeat style. Now, I don't really know what other type of way that you can also go and do this battle with Link, but this is the only type of thing that I can only kind of think about what we're going to be doing for right now. So now we're into his next phase where he's going to be running a little bit more faster than he was originally intended from before. But again, just same as like the last time, just keep on using an enemy, distract it for a little bit, and then just throw a rock at him. And basically, this man has like I guess his head is like made out of rock as well too, because like I wouldn't be surprised if this man hasn't really gotten himself like a concussion yet, just with how many rocks I've been literally throwing at him. But there we go. But now it seems like this type of weird clone of Link or whatever that's going on has now finally went and disappeared, and that does mean that the sword is going to be upon with us, and that is going to be our really nice, good, handy dandy tool to be able to do some battles with some other set enemies to make them a little bit much more easier. Now, the unfortunate downside thing is that even though that we do have this sword with us, it is only going to be meant for a limited time only, because with this type of supernatural power for Zelda, well, while you do go and use this type of ability, it will be eating up a health gauge that will be happening from there. But there will be other set times that I'm pretty certain that when you're going through like the different rifts and whatnot, there will be parts where you will be able to go and basically recharge up your powers that are going to be here. But yeah, look how cool like Zelda is right now. Kind of looks a little bit like fire or something like that in that type of blue aura. But let's go and finally destroy out that annoying pesky web that's out there. That's like all icky and whatnot. We should be able to at least somewhat continue throughout our time on that one. But we are getting ourselves a little bit more closer to the end of this set episode for today, so I will go and give out my outro as we go along here. So in the next one, for what is going to happen within Echoes of Wisdom, we'll hopefully try to at least somewhat get ourselves out of here, out of this type of rift, and get to see what else this power that we actually do have now with this type of sword. Hopefully we get to see more benefits as we go along throughout our time. And I'll let this video go and play out for itself, and I'll see you guys then, and of course, peace.